Many have heard of the opportunity to advance westward into the state of Georgia. However, it is news to some that at what first seemed like a great opportunity has now been revealed to the public as a fraudulent scandal. Georgia legislators have been exposed and will forever be remembered by the Yazoo land fraud. For Channel 1 News, I'm Nate. Now to Hannah and Caroline with more background details.
Thanks, Nate. The Yazoo land fraud dates back to 1795. At this time, the Georgia legislature granted approximately 35 million acres of western state land around the Yazoo River to four private land companies. This was great for expansion purposes. However, the legislature had accepted an unlawful bribe, allowing them to sell the land for 1.5 cents per acre, an astonishingly low price.
After citizens found out about the bribery, there was a huge frustration amongst the people. This resulted in a turnover of legislatures in the election of 1796. The new legislature tried to return the money back to the people, but was unable to return land as it had already been sold to many other third parties. However, if this wasn't bad enough, there's a new development in the scandal. Nate, back to you.
Thanks, Caroline. Yes. Now there is a huge court case this year, 1810, involving two men by the name of John Peck and Robert Fletcher. It has been confirmed that John Peck purchased land from the grant in 1795 and then sold it to Robert Fletcher in 1803 for $3,000. After discovering the sale of said land was unlawful, Fletcher claimed he was unaware that Peck did not have the authority to sell him the land. As a result, he decided to sue Peck for damages. Hannah has exclusive footage of an interview with Robert Fletcher herself.
Mr. Fletcher, could you please explain your frustration to the audiences who do not understand the details of this case?
Yes. I was sold a great deal of land for $3,000. However, I did not know that John Peck, the man who sold this to me, did not have the right to do so because of the Act of 1796. In fact, he lied to me about this. You can understand why I'd be extremely frustrated about this. And I'm not alone. Many other citizens have been affected by this unfortunate mishap. I just want responsibility to be accepted by Mr. Peck for his unfair and misleading actions. For this reason, I decided to sue him for damages in court.
Yes, I think we can all see where your frustration is coming from. And you went so far as to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court after Peck was ruled not guilty at the federal court hearing.
Yes, I believe the actions of John Peck are unfair and not okay.
Interesting. Thank you for your time, sir.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me. Robert Fletcher is just one example of the many citizens who were greatly upset to discover that land they thought was theirs would actually be quickly taken away. Although that in itself was a great inconvenience, the thing that is most unsettling is the fact that the government of Georgia would do something so corrupt and unjust. Now to Nate for more updates on the Supreme Court ruling.
Yes, there is much speculation as to what the result of this brutal court battle will be. Some are of the opinion that Georgia did not have the right to repeal the sale of land due to Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution, however unjust it may have been. Others think otherwise. After this specific section of the Constitution has been addressed, we await further ruling. Chief Justice John Marshall will be the one who decides the result of this trial. This just in, Caroline has the final verdict of the intense court ruling.
Chief Justice John Marshall has come to the final conclusion of the Act of 1796 as wrongful of the state of Georgia as it strictly went against the contract clause of the Constitution. Even though the land grant was put in place due to bribery and other horrific circumstances, the state does not have the power to repeal the land grant. This being said, John Marshall has also dismissed Robert Fletcher's claims against John Peck. The court ruled that John Peck was an innocent third party and that his sale to Mr. Fletcher was completely invalid. Hannah, could you explain the significance of this court case?
Absolutely. This is one of the first cases in which the Supreme Court ruled that one of the state's laws is unconstitutional. This is a huge moment in history. In addition to this court case will set a precedent for years to come regarding the righteousness of legal contracts. Through this case, we can see that even if a contract may have been finalized under questionable terms, the validity of the contract will not be doubted, thus the importance of just rulers.
This is quite the turn of events. This is without a doubt a monumental moment in American history.
Agreed. Nate, back to you.
Thanks, guys. This is quite the story. Thanks again for tuning in to Channel 1 News, where you get all the accurate information first. We'll see you next time.